Good afternoon. I've been thinking for a while how I could move around Asia, working and traveling freely and flexible. And the answer came in the form of a Portuguese guy. Last week, I was working in a coffee shop in Camden, and this guy showed up inside the shop in the morning early. I was thinking was a customer and greeted just to find out that actually was coming to work for the day as a freelance. So we start to talk, and it turns out that he works for a coffee company that does events and more all around the world and in Asia. So he started to tell me, even if a little bit as felt like showing off, that he'd been there for many months in China, South Korea, Singapore, and so on. And for me, that was kind of like a sign. Synchronicity, as I talked about many times, synchronicities comes into my life only when I am energetically aligned with those higher frequencies. And when synchronicity shows up in my life, I know that somehow I am. So it was great because now I know there are options, there are possibility in the future. I mean, one of the possibility in the future to keep doing what I love, that is working in coffee and being in that part of this so-called world that I love, that is Asia. So we done the shift. We had a good time. He's very knowledgeable. He knows a lot, and he doesn't miss any chance to let us know how much he knows and in how many places have been. So maybe he didn't want to show off. He just wanted to let people know what he did and what he can do. That's fine. That's not important. It's like meeting him was just for me, so that I knew about this now option in the future. The day passed. The day after, in morning early, I go to the gym before work, and working out. Who is in the gym? The same guy from the day before. Now, I met him in Camden, but I go to the gym in Shepherd Bush. That is not very far, but it's not even very close. It's probably like around 35 minutes cycling. So Camden is North London, Shepherd Bush is West London. So two different parts of London. And, as we know, with all the places where he could leave or go to the gym, or in all the places where I could leave and go to the gym, we ended up going to the gym at the same time, in the same morning. And again, that's now based on my experiences with synchronicities. It's just a confirmation that tells me that I am aligned to keep the energies high, and that I'm heading in the direction that I'm planning to go step by step. Obviously, trying to force something to happen, I now know that it's kind of like, even if you don't think it is, but it's a way to say subconsciously that you don't believe it's going to happen. Everything has to be done, and everyone has to go with the flow. Actually, actions are needed, but only when are done with the flow. So that means that without that feeling of it has to happen right now when I want. It happens when everything's, fit one with each other. So that is just showing one more time, and that what we perceive as a reality, it's not that real. It feels real because we are born with a program, and the programs that run our lives tell us that it's real. What we can see through our eyes tell us that this is real, but nothing of this is actually, or probably is. I had so many now situations where it tells me that it is not. Some of them are premonitions or dreams that shows up into the so-called life, the so-called reality. So if this is real as we think it is, how can we explain dreams that then, end up being part of our life? So it's harder to make someone understand this concept, except that it happened to them, so that they can start to understand. And nothing is real, nothing. And as the time pass in my life, and less real this existence is. And it's good, because less you think that this is real, and more you can shedding off all the bullshit of what you've been programmed to think that life is about. And life starts to become more meaningful, more magical, more fun. Obviously, as many other people did, you can choose another way of living life. That is one made of cruelty, indifference, and cynicism, where nothing more matters, so no even people feeling the emotions. And unfortunately, we have many of those that understood that this is not real, that nothing of this is real, and that understood how life energy works, but they choose to just not giving a shit any longer of anyone except themselves. I don't want to be that, because there are many like us, and many that don't understand what actually is really going on. and I want to help them not to understand or anything, but to be happy and to go through this mystery, insanity, illusion with a smile. Namaste.